Oh man, how plans can change so quickly. Good morning, guys. We started off today with a little bit of a story. So I woke up this morning around 8:45 and I called Honda. I was like, hey listen, my heating's broken. Fix it, please. No. But I was like, when can I get in for an appointment to get it fixed? And they're like, Monday. I was like, well, that's kind of what I was expecting. And then I was like, and then I called them back. I was like, what if I leave it there today and somebody picks it up later? Could you look at it today? She's like, maybe. So hopefully we're going to get looked at and fixed today. But I have to leave like now. Because I have to be at work for 11. I'm a driver. So it's now 20 after 9. Or what to leave. One time to freeze, basically. I'm in an ice box. I'm sitting in an ice box, but the car hasn't turned on. But that doesn't matter this time, because I don't get any heat. Negative 13. Actually, low washer fluid. Negative 13. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's not that beautiful. It's actually really gross. And these jackets are bulky, but they might keep me warm. Let's go. Do I have a story to tell tonight? So I went to Honda. On the way to Honda this morning, my engine was overheating. It was like, hot light on, hot light off, hot light on, hot light off. And then I was like, hot light on, stay on. I was like, so I called them and I was like, hey listen, guys, I'm kind of in the middle of a highway. I can't really pull over. How bad is this? And they're like, you should probably stop driving. How far away are you? I was like, 5 minutes. They're like, okay, fine. 5 minutes. Just keep getting here. Get here, we'll check it out. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So I got there and I pulled in and the guy came over and checked out my car and he goes, he's sniffing the air, right? And looking around, gets in the car, turns on, I guess, calls me over, he says, oh yeah, your engine light's on, like it's hot temperature. I was like, yeah, I told you that, kind of thing. He's like, so, hang on a second, let me do this. And he pops the hood, and we go, and we look on, so we open the hood, and we look in the bottom, into the bonnet, and radiator fluid is leaking like you know, if you turn a tap, I'll show you, but if you turn the tap on, it just leaks water slowly, that's the rate it was leaking at. So we had to get that fixed then, now, like basically. So I figured maybe why did it happen, right? Did it blow from internal pressure? Did it like hit by a rock or whatever? I was like, wait a second, it can't be hit by a rock, because if it was hit by a rock, then there would be no coolant, like if it was leaking at that rate for more than 2 days, there would be none left to leak. Basically, was kind of what I chalked it up to be. So I was like, so you know, it's gotta be blown from internal pressure. It just gotta leak, and then it leaked more, and then it took away my heat, and then on the way in, when it was overheating, it blew a bigger hole, right? But apparently not right. So what happened was, I guess, I don't know, something hit from the underside of the car. Now I remember. I was thinking all day about this. I'm trying to remember what the heck could have done. Anyways, my radiator support rod is severely bent. My radiator is gone, and my compressor condenser, it's a C word, it's gone as well. And they all have to be repaired, or sorry, replaced, not repaired. The rod, they may be able to bend back in place, but if it's not going to be that much difference, then just replacing it, you know, it's not what I want to do. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, what are my options, right? Because if I go through insurance, then, hey listen, you finance a car over 7 years, and then 5 months in, you put a really big claim in, that's not going to look great. They won't like that. So I was like, well, do I chalk it out? Do I just suck it up and put it through insurance, or do I, because I can't not get it fixed, and I can't take it to a third party because Honda hasn't released the type of radiator it takes in more than 5 years. There's no updated version out there, so we can order the radiator from a third party and get it. So my options really suck right now. Basically something that I was hoping was just a computer error that they could like fix by like doing a software reboot, like maybe I'd lose my like odometer or something like that. Yeah, not the case. It's a lot more serious than that, and I'm thankful. I am really thankful that there was no damage done to the engine from the overheating and driving for like 3 minutes on the overheated engine, and I'm like really thankful that there was no damage under the computer or anything like that. That's the one good thing, because that would have driven that, like, what might have been like a $2,000 cost to a $15,000 cost. So I'm like super duper duper thankful that that's not the case. But otherwise, overtime doesn't look like it's gonna stop now. I mean, like, it's not like I want to keep working overtime, but like really my options really suck right now. Like I was saying, that's kind of predicament I'm temporarily in. That was my day today. That was literally most of my day, was trying to deal with this and working at the same time. It's been a hell of a day, guys. But I'm glad we got it figured out. Now we just have to get it fixed, figure out what the best way to go about paying it is, and maybe even support it. I felt so. Yes, we did it right. So it was one night I was coming down the hill that I normally come down. There's 2 sets of train tracks, and anyways, I passed the first set of train tracks. There was a sinkhole that you couldn't see and didn't have time to avoid by the time you saw it, and there was nowhere to go because another car was coming. Basically, so I slowed down as much as I could, but it still rocked the car. Like, and it was bad. This sinkhole was bad enough that it wasn't there the previous night. It was there that night, and by the 10 o'clock the next morning, they were repairing it. Like, it was on that high of a priority scale. That's must be what's done it, or what did it. That's a couple of weeks ago. Because if you think about it, you go over that, you dent the radiator, puts a tiny crack. You dent the radiator support rod. You put a tiny crack in the radiator, just enough for like a drip, 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 drip. Coolant goes down, 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 down after a couple of weeks, and then the pressure builds up because there's no build-up because there's nowhere for it to go, right? There's no radiator to push through, and it's applying the same amount of pressure with less radiator flow to push through, which means higher pressure build-up, and the crack is bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So something hit it from the underside of the car. You go through it, you rattle the car. I say, okay, I don't have a blown tire. Nothing seems to be shaking. I'm pretty okay, right? You don't have any warning sign that your radiator has cracked. So you're fine, you're fine, great, no problem. And then, surprise, a couple of weeks later, you almost blow your engine because you don't have any coolant. It's been a hell of a day. The main thing is just remember the positive things. Just remember the positives of the situation, and things won't seem as bad. It's always important. I'm gonna try and get some sleep, but I'm just ready for bed. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed that crazy rant at the end of the day, because there was not much else than that. But I love you anyway, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.